Team, hey, I want to talk about this next generation approach and transforming us through repositioning and recruiting. And it's going to start with some fundamental changes on how we recruit our what used to be drivers and now our franchisee partners. There's an old saying, to get where you want to go, you must give up what you are or have. And some of these things are going to feel a little uncomfortable for those who were raised in the taxi industry. Well, that industry in my business is gone. It has to be a different perspective. Let me show you. In the next generation, it's all about convenience. Convenience is why companies like Amazon, Walmart, and even something simple as Dollar Shave Club are being successful. We are in this Amazon age, and creating convenience is done through innovation. We have to be constantly innovating, constantly looking how we can put ourselves out of business yesterday. So we need to look where, like Wayne Gretzky always talked about being successful in hockey, was he was always looking where the puck was going to be, not where it's at. So this is all about convenience. It's through constant innovation, and we need to create a culture of convenience, a convenience culture. So we need to think about when every interaction with a client, a writer client, a delivery client, a group client, a specialty client, or our most important one also, our franchisee client, how do we create convenience? How do we make it easy? Okay, so let's talk about this. It's a repositioning in the marketplace. We have to think in this, these are kind of two mottos, two main things we need to think of. We are a technology company that delivers transportation solutions through innovation that creates convenience for our clients and franchisee partners. That's really our mission. Now, it may need to be changed a little bit, but that's our primary mission. And then, second market position change that we need to do is we are hands down the best franchise business opportunity in existence. Where else can you make a $199 investment that creates a $75,000 income? There's nothing out there like it. Okay, in order to do this, we have to do some transformative thinking and speaking. You know, it's important, and they found in psychology and human behavior, the thing you need to focus on if you're going to change is the things you're telling yourself or the things that you do subconsciously. So, words to transform. We need to get rid of word taxi. It needs to be an auto. I'm going to call for a ride. I'm going to call for delivery or transport. If I call for a taxi, what does that make you think? Just moving people and an old model. Okay. Same with cab. You know, I don't want to call a cab anymore. I want to call for a ride. I want to call for delivery or transport, or the actual physical vehicle is an auto now. We do not want to have these old monikers for this next generation. And that might be painful for us to go through, but we need to change that thinking. And that's what we need to change. We need to wipe these words off of everywhere they exist, at the office, on our vehicles, in our thinking, in our interactions, in our programs. It needs to be changed. Bells and become service requests. We are in the service request business. We are helping people with our services. We need to get rid of these ideas of I've got a bell. And the last one is most important and very important too, is just the driver. We can't keep recruiting drivers. No offense to our current portfolio of drivers, and many of them may not make it into the next generation of what we want to do, but we need to switch over to be a franchisee. And let's talk about this because this is what the real purpose of this presentation is we need to go from drivers to franchisees. So it's a new profile. We want to seek out white collar people or potential white collar people. They've got an education. They're business owners. We want to go after Gen X and millennials primary. Now we might have some retirees, but that's the people we need to be thinking that we have a great business opportunity. This is one that is really important. This is me, an ex high tech person. You need to help, and we need to put ourselves in a position where we can take people who are burnt out in the technology business and allow them to make a decent income while they work on their next project. These people need to be educated or in the process of educating themselves. They cannot be people who just got here off the boat and are looking to survive. We do not want survivors. We want entrepreneurs. They need to be progressive thinkers. We're going to be progressive, and progressive thinkers are the people we want to create. We want to create this culture of convenience, and they need to be thinking that way. They need to be motivated. I mean, let's face it. How about just being coin operated? Put money in them and they move. That's what we look for. I don't care what color their skin is, who they are, their background, their ethnicity, any of those things. They need to be motivated. And last, they also need to be fluent English speakers. It's a feedback I get all the time, and this may be painful. I don't care where they're from, ethnicities, anything else, but if you can't speak English fluently, we really shouldn't be adding those people to our portfolio of franchise owners. Okay, so let's talk about the logistics of this. We need to change the recruitment process, and here's the things we need to do. Social media, we need to amp this up. We need to chase down our Uber and Lyft drivers. We need to talk to the franchise consultant referral companies and portals. There's tons of them out there. I know one of the top guys in the industry. His name is Scott Jones. He lives in Arvada. So we need to be having people who help people find a business know about us. And this one may sound funny, the high schools. I took a lady that was a career counselor. And while a high school person is not of age to be part of our franchisee system yet, we need to fill the funnel. We need to be speaking at high schools and places like that where kids are thinking about what am I going to do in this next generation? What am I going to do for a living? And so we need to fill the funnel. So let's go there. The colleges, we need to be working with every on campus, and these need to be like on their job boards, their opportunities. Every college has a recruiting department and a business development department. We need to be in those, working those right away. Career coaches, they're all over LinkedIn, and we need to use LinkedIn to educate career coaches. There are a lot of people who are transforming from one industry. They want to go off and write books or do something else. Well, this is a great solution for them to earn an income while they're in transition. So we need to go after people who are career coaches or position themselves as career coaches. Employment recruiters. Oh my goodness, there's a gazillion of these guys out there. I get contacted by them all the time, and they need to know this is a viable option. If someone is changing positions in life, that maybe the best thing they can do is they go to our franchise model, and we compensate these employment recruiters with a finder's fee. It's the referral fees. They could do those all day long. Government job centers. So throughout the state of Colorado, they have all the job centers. We need to be listed there. Government agencies like the Veterans Administration, all kinds of places. There are government organizations who are helping people get new training and skills. We need to be an option for those entities. And then business opportunity organizations. Oh my goodness. There are tons of partnerships with our entrepreneur centers and places that are helping people make this shift. And there are actual organizations. So these groups right here, from social media down, we need to go after and attack those right away. Okay, the recruitment tools that we have to put into place to accomplish this. The good news is we have a lot of these already in play or already just need to be refined. Social media, and we need to refine this message just a little bit so it's more towards the business opportunity. The company website, again, NASA's done an amazing job with that, but we need to tweak the recruiting section so they talk about the business opportunity first. The Uber and Lyft recruiting website that I put together needs to be modified a little bit, refined, but that can be a great tool to get people in the door who are currently already in rideshare businesses. Um, the Uber and Lyft handout cards, I've got them created and generated. We just need to print them. And then my recommendation is we need a young, energetic program manager. And I'm going to talk about this later about program managers and how we align and organize the company. But program managers should be sales and marketing focused. And this is a recruiter who's out there selling and marketing our business opportunity to the community and to all those places I just listed. They need to have a career opportunity where they have a little bit of base, but they have a huge amount of upside based on revenue performance. So this needs to be a go-getter. And I wouldn't say this in public anywhere, but it would be best if it was a female. Um, it's just, let's just leverage life. Men gravitate to a sharp-looking young lady, and other women want to be like that. So we need somebody who's high energy, articulate, educated, and motivated, and a sales and marketing focused person. So I'm going to start out this role to get these things going, but I think we need to basically turn around and look for this person to help us um, get these programs moving. We already have them organized. We just need to tweak them and get them moving. And then a CRM tool. And Nasser and I have talked about this, and I do have a recommendation. Salesforce.com is overkill. It's too expensive. It's cumbersome, hard to use. So I have a tool called Fresh Sales, which I believe will work great. It's mobile oriented, so all the interactions can be done off your phone and the desktop. And it's a great and it's an inexpensive solution. We can get started for like 25 bucks a month. But again, foundational, going back to that, is we need to be thinking like a technology company. We need to think about this vision of fusion and how we deliver this, because it's the core. And if we have these things in place, we'll be able to do that. So again, going back to this, we have an enormous business opportunity. We don't have very far to go to create the tools. And it's all about literally repositioning the business opportunity. We are a technology company that delivers transportation solutions and creates convenience. That's it. And we absolutely, hands down, have the best franchise business opportunity in existence. So that's my take on this, on recruiting. We're going to finish up a couple of these tools and get moving on this as quick as possible upon approval.